Hi, my name is Ingrid Jimena González Betancourt, and I'm going to talk about chapter number 3, the biosphere.
On this stage, I learned a lot of new and interesting things. I learned that the biosphere consists of all life on Earth and all parts of the Earth in which life exists, including land, water, and the atmosphere. I also learned that a species is a group of similar organisms that can breed and produce fertile offspring. A population is a group of individuals that belong to the same species and live in the same area. A community is an assemblage of different populations that live together in a defined area. All the organisms that live in a place together with their physical environment is known as an ecosystem. A biome is a group of ecosystems that share similar climates and typical organisms. Organisms in the biosphere interact with each other and with their surroundings or environment. Ecology is a scientific study of interactions among organisms and between organisms and their physical environment. Environmental conditions include biotic factors, which are the biological influences on organisms, and abiotic factors that are physical components of an ecosystem. I also learned that modern ecologists use 3 methods in their work, which are observation, experimentation, and modeling. On this stage, you can also find what are autotrophs, which are also called primary producers, that are the first producers of energy-rich compounds that are later used by other organisms. Primary producers obtain energy through processes like photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. There are also other organisms known as heterotrophs or consumers that rely on other organisms for energy and nutrients. Consumers are classified by the way in which they acquire energy and nutrients. Carnivores kill and eat other animals. Herbivores obtain energy and nutrients by eating plant leaves, roots, seeds, or fruits. Scavengers consume the carcasses of other animals that have been killed by predators or have died of other causes. Omnivores include a variety of different foods that usually include plants and animals. Decomposers feed by chemically breaking down organic matter, and detritivores feed on detritus particles, often chewing or grinding them into even smaller pieces. A food chain is a series of steps in which organisms transfer energy by eating or being eaten. But in most ecosystems, feeding relationships are more complicated than they describe it in a single chain. One reason for this is that many animals eat more than one kind of food. Ecologists call this network of feeding interactions a food web. And each step in a food chain or food web is called a trophic level. Primary producers always make up the first trophic level. Finally, we have the ecological pyramid that shows the relative amount of energy or matter contained within each trophic level in a given food chain or food web. There are 3 types of ecological pyramids. The first one is the pyramid of energy that shows the relative amount of energy available at each trophic level in a food chain or food web. The second one is the pyramid of biomass that illustrates the relative amount of living organic matter available at each trophic level in an ecosystem. And finally, the pyramid of numbers that shows the relative number of individual organisms at each trophic level in an ecosystem.